Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel, I hope. Everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Recchia attempted to run to BIP for this guy. Recchia and Blake Moynes have been getting Bachelor Nation talking about a possible relationship between them. However, they maintain they are just friends. They met during Rachel's run on Bachelor in Paradise. However, neither of these two fan favorites found love with anyone. Now, Rachel appeared on the Almost Famous podcast where she talked about a potential return to the beach, which men would make her consider rejoining BIP. Keep reading to find out more. Recchia dishes on Bachelor in Paradise return. Former Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise alum Recchia is dishing on whether or not she would return to the beach to try once more for love. At first, she said there was no way she would ever go back. She thinks failing to find her person on 3 different seasons of the Bachelor franchise is a sign she should stop. Ashley Iaconetti told her she was on 4, and it ended up working out for her. So Rachel said, well, I guess one never knows. She could go back. Ashley asked her if she did go back and if there was someone, in particular, she would be looking for. Rachel actually had a few names in her mind. The first big one is Jonathan Johnson, who is currently on Jen Tran's season of The Bachelorette. Even as a married woman, Ashley noted how hot he was. Rachel agreed and said she and a friend have also said that. She also believes that he is currently the one with the most chemistry on the season with Jen. But if he should make it to Paradise, Rachel admitted it would be tempting to go down there to try and find a spark with him. When asked if there was anyone else she would potentially want to meet on the beach, Rachel revealed that Grant Ellis is also very hot. Plus, she admits she liked Austin Ott before he decided to self-eliminate on Jen's season. Who they think is serious about Jen Tran. After seeing hometown dates on The Bachelorette, Recchia and Ashley Iaconetti disagree on who is more sincere about Jen Tran. Ashley has all of a sudden become Team Devin, while Rachel thinks Jonathan has the most sincerity towards the lead. It was a crisp August morning when Recchia found herself gazing out of her Los Angeles apartment window, her thoughts racing faster than the cars speeding down Sunset Boulevard below. The air carried a slight chill, an odd sensation in the heart of summer, yet it was a fitting metaphor for the cold confusion running through her mind. After navigating the ups and downs of reality TV romance, from the heights of being Bachelorette to the emotional roller coaster of ending relationships, Rachel thought she'd left the drama behind. Her life was supposed to be more settled now. No more heartaches on public display, no more awkward confrontations at rose ceremonies, no more whirlwind proposals. Yet something, or more accurately, someone, was tugging at her in a way she hadn't expected. Bachelor in Paradise the tropical spinoff where ex-contestants rekindle connections in sun-drenched beach bliss, had been circling Rachel's mind more and more. She had thought she was done with this chapter, but there was one lingering reason she couldn't shake. That reason had a name that made her pulse quicken and her heart flutter in anticipation. His name was Jackson Reynolds. Jackson had made his mark as the charming, yet mysterious suitor on a recent season of The Bachelorette though he hadn't captured the final rose. Still, his quiet confidence, chiseled good looks, and ability to form deep emotional bonds had caused more than a few of the women in Bachelor Nation to wonder, what would have happened if Jackson had been given more time? Rachel had seen glimpses of Jackson on her screen, but they had never shared a season together. Her experience on The Bachelorette had been tumultuous, filled with emotional highs and lows, leading to a difficult breakup. For a while, she had thought it would be too much to re-enter the world of Bachelor Nation again. Yet, as she watched Jackson navigate his journey on the show, something inside her stirred. There was a familiarity in his vulnerability, the way he wore his heart on his sleeve, while still maintaining an air of mystery. It was that blend of open-hearted sincerity and hidden layers that made him so irresistible. A few weeks ago, when rumors began swirling that Jackson might be heading to Bachelor in Paradise Rachel had laughed it off. The idea of her returning to the franchise, especially for a guy she'd never even met, seemed like a stretch, right? But then she started following Jackson on social media, and things got a bit more complicated. Their interactions began innocently enough. A like here, a comment there. But soon, they were deeming back and forth, their messages turning from casual to flirty in a matter of days. Rachel found herself looking forward to each new notification, each witty remark or thoughtful question from Jackson that made her feel seen in a way she hadn't felt in a long time. It wasn't long before Rachel realized that this wasn't just some harmless online flirtation. She was genuinely intrigued by him. More than intrigued, if she were being honest. There was something about Jackson that made her feel like she was back on the beach, under the swaying palms of Bachelor in Paradise filled with hope and anticipation of what could be. But with every flutter of excitement, there was also doubt. What if it's just another whirlwind romance that fizzles out once reality sets in? Rachel asked herself aloud as she absent-mindedly sipped her morning coffee. Her phone buzzed beside her, and she saw Jackson's name light up the screen. He just sent a cheeky meme, something about how terrible airline food was, a reference to Rachel's time as a flight instructor. She smiled despite herself. Jackson had this way of breaking down her defenses without even trying. He made her laugh when she least expected it, and she found herself thinking about him more than she cared to admit. Still, Rachel had to remind herself of the chaos that came with Bachelor Nation *. Her first time in the spotlight had been emotionally exhausting, and jumping back into that world, even for Jackson, seemed like a risk. But maybe it was a risk worth taking. As she stared at her phone, fingers hovering over the keyboard, Rachel knew she needed advice. She called her best friend and fellow former Bachelorette Gabby Windy. Gabby answered on the first ring, as if she'd been expecting this call. "I knew you were going to cave," Gabby teased before Rachel could even say hello. Rachel sighed dramatically. "I haven't caved. Yet. But seriously, Gabby, am I crazy for even thinking about going back on Bachelor in Paradise *? Gabby laughed, the sound of it worn and knowing. "Crazy, maybe. But honestly, Rachel, what's life without a little bit of crazy? You've already been through the toughest part. Finding out who you are, what you want. And if Jackson's making you feel something, why not explore that? Plus, you'll be on a beach. It's not the worst way to figure things out." Rachel bit her lip, contemplating her friend's words. It was true. Her journey on the Bachelorette had taught her so much about herself. She was stronger now, more self-assured. And maybe this time, she could go into it with a new mindset, not searching for love with desperation, but with curiosity. Besides, Gabby continued, "I saw the way he looked on TV. I mean, come on, Rachel, those eyes. That smile. If you don't go, someone else will, and you'll be kicking yourself from the sidelines." Rachel laughed, feeling some of the tension ease from her shoulders. Gabby always knew how to make her feel better, to remind her not to take life so seriously. Maybe this wasn't about jumping headfirst into a relationship. Maybe it was about following her heart and seeing where it took her.